What is up, guys, and welcome to Degenerate Watch. You're watching Road Rogues Volume 5. Thank you for joining me. As most of our regular viewers here will know, Road Rogues is the series on the channel where we take a look at some of the madness that happens on the world's roads. I'll leave a link down below in the description to our Road Rogues playlist where you can check out our previous Road Rogues episodes. There you'll find the usual mix of stupidity, rage and incompetence, and I'm sure tonight's episode will be no exception. Just before we start today's video, I just want to address something from our very last video that we did entitled Parking Mad Traffic Warden Woes. If any of you have seen that video, and I'll leave a link to that down below in the description also, you'll notice in the first segment of that video, the very first clip that I played, I took the side of the guy that was arguing with the traffic warden, it would seem. Now, I don't agree or condone the fact that he was being ignorant and aggressive towards this man just doing his job. But a few people down below in the comments of the video actually made me see another side to it that I hadn't thought of, and I was quite disappointed in myself that I hadn't seen this in the first place. I'm not going to go through each individual comment, but the main consensus is that guy that was arguing on behalf of this phantom person that we hadn't seen that may have gone to hospital was saying that the car had been in an accident and it was disabled and it wasn't able to be moved. But people were saying he could have been lying. There was no police present, and the fact that he was being aggressive wasn't going to get him anywhere anyway. But I never really thought of it that he could be just making it up. It could be his car, it could be a buddy of his car that was actually broke down and just hadn't bothered getting it moved, because if it was being an obstruction and on WL lines, most likely the police would have had it removed. Also, from what we could see in the video, it didn't really look like there was any major impact damage to the car from a collision. So that's another little piece of evidence, and thank you to the people that pointed it out down below in the comments to me. So really, I just wanted to address that at the start of this video, just to let people know that I had seen the comments, and I do appreciate you pointing that out, and it is something that I hadn't thought of. So I'd be the first one to hold my hands up and say that maybe I didn't really think that one through as much. So now, without further ado, let's jump into the video. That truck in the last clip there was pretty scary. I doubt they're trying to reduce their carbon footprint by having 3 skips on the one truck. I'd say it's more of an economy measure where they're trying to maximise profits. At one stage at that roundabout I thought it was going to tip over. It's absolutely disgusting with situations like that where people will put profit over people's lives. That could easily fall over onto a car with a small child or anything like that in it, and then what? At the end of the day, it's just not worth taking risks like that. Over to Ireland for our next 2 clips, and with the travel restrictions making the roads a lot quieter, Bus Éireann, Ireland's national bus company, has decided to trial their new rocket-powered buses. The number 30 is seen blazing a trail down the M50 recently.
Discovery Houston, go at throttle up. Go at throttle up. Discovery now 63,000 feet in altitude. 8 miles downrange, all systems continue to function normally.
I've been on a few buses now that have been rattling as if we were going into orbit. But for some reason I can't really see this taking off. Bad jokes aside, our next clip is of another bus in a bit of bother. I don't think the bus driver was expecting the guards to pull out in front of him there. Now maybe it would have been a different story if they had had the blue lights on. Our final clip in this video shows the importance of having a dashcam and what a difference it can actually make. Not only can they be a lifesaver when it comes to something like a traffic collision and dealing with your insurance company, they can also be great for road safety in terms of getting bad drivers off the road. I purchased the dashcam just before Christmas and I myself now am a big advocate for people having them in their cars. And I am planning on doing a video further down the line on the reasons why it's good to have a dashcam, and I'll show some footage of some scams and some accidents that may have otherwise went a different way had it not been for the dashcam footage.
If it were not for the driver's dashcam video, we may never know what happened. The driver's footage he turned over to Fruitland Park Police led to the arrest of that erratic driver.
Get off my...
What you are about to see is what Lake County deputies call a disturbing act of road rage.
Got you all on camera.
The white SUV on the left tailgating the driver and attempting to forcibly pass this vehicle. 5 terrifying minutes captured on dash camera along US 27 as the white SUV threads across lanes, repeatedly trying to block the vehicle. At one point, the SUV speeds up, then slams on the brakes, forcing the driver to swerve. News 6 legal analyst Stephen Kramer watching the dramatic dash camera video in disbelief.
That is compelling video, that is crystal clear footage, and that is shocking video, frankly.
Now look closely. Just as distance is created between both vehicles, the driver behind the wheel of the SUV, out of nowhere, does this. Then you hear the driver call 911.
What's going on there?
A maniac driving so recklessly, he about caused me to wreck at least a half dozen times.
Police identifying the driver behind the wheel as 31-year-old Hector Acevedo and charging him with reckless driving.
It's a white Jeep, I believe Cherokee. He's currently behind me.
Kramer calling the dash camera footage a game changer.
Without that dash cam, in all likelihood, there would probably be no arrest or prosecution or even investigation necessarily.
You never really know who you're going to meet when you go out on the roads, and you never know what's around the next corner. So it's always really good to have a dash cam there as that witness that never lies. And if you do decide to purchase a dashcam, it is always good to invest in a decent quality one so that the footage is legible and it is of use to you. But more about that in a future video. Well guys, that just about wraps things up for Road Rogues Volume 5. I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for joining me. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a like down below. And also, if you're new to the channel here, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you have notifications turned on so you never miss a new upload here in Degenerate Watch. There's links down below in the description to our social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. So if you can, go follow us over there to keep up to date on what's going on with the channel. Also, if you're enjoying the videos and you like what we do here and you'd like to help support the channel, there's a link down below in the description to do that too. Another quick thing I wanted to say before I go is, if anybody out there has their own dashcam footage that they'd like to see included in an episode of Road Rogues, you can send that to us through any of our social media accounts, and as I said, the links are down below in the description. I've also left a link down there to our Road Rogues playlist, and don't forget to drop a comment under this video and let us know what you thought. I'll be back pretty soon with a new video. Until then guys, stay safe, take care, peace.